we are given this shape here, and we are supposed to investigate whether this shape is a three-sided prism. Now, let's first enlarge this a little bit, and let's recall what a prism actually is. So a prism is a geometrical object that has some base, this one here, and this base is copied, so an exact copy of the base is made, and then shifted in space. That's what we have up here. Now this shift is a parallel shift, so it's displaced, so this original triangle here needs to be displaced with a certain displacement vector. Now you may look at this image and you may say, well, this looks exactly like a copy of, so this triangle looks like a copy of this one, and it has been shifted by this vector. So all the vertices have been shifted by the same vector according to the picture at least. Now we have to be careful here because this oblique view can be misleading. So we have a 3D object actually that is displaced on a two-dimensional sheet or screen here in this case. So things can be a bit misleading. So it's good to double check this mathematically. So we calculate this vector, and if all the vectors are the same, then it's indeed a three-sided prism. So let's start with the first one. Let's call this V1. We want to know what displacement causes or is here between A and D. So the displacement here is in x direction. So we go from 0 to -2. So it's a displacement of -2. In the y direction, we are at 1 and go to 2. So it's a displacement of 1. And in z direction, it's -1.5 to 1.5. So this is a displacement of 3. The displacement vector is -2, 1, 3. Let's calculate the displacement vector over here. We call this V2. And here we have a displacement in the x direction of -2, so from 6 to 4. And the y direction 1, and in the z direction from 2 to 5, so 3 again. So we see already here we have the same displacement vector between these vertices. Now let's check the last one. So this one here, call this V3, and here we have displacement in the x direction of 0. So from 4 to 4, this is 0 displacement. From 2 to 4, it's a displacement of 2. And from 2 to 5.5, it's a displacement of 3.5. So we see that this last displacement vector, so V3, is not identical as V1 and V2. This means that we have been misled actually here, and this shape here is not a three-sided prism.